Child, D's HOH has come to an end and the house is already in shambles. Let's talk about it.
Another week, another show. Got that hot tea, you know. Ooh. Get ready for the unfiltered truth. What she thinks too. On reality, on everyone. Oh, yeah. The real talk has just begun. What she thinks too. Real commentary, real opinions. What she thinks too. What she thinks, what she thinks.
Hey y'all, welcome back to What She Thinks Too. I'm your host, your girl, Marquetta Shanae, and we're talking Big Brother tonight, y'all. Yes. One of my favorite shows. And yes, I meant to repeat that over and over again. One of my favorite shows, Big Brother. But baby, listen, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Let's go ahead and jump back in. So tonight is eviction night. Okay. So now we're seeing the alliances beginning to shift and people are getting real paranoid. Now that's of course the name of the game. Paranoia is going to be all throughout the season. Okay. Listen, and the showmans, y'all, this showmans. Okay. The showmans is taking over the house. It is taking over the house. And we see that these first week as HOH, and like I said, I'm saying first time because I do believe the type of player that D is, unless they get her out next week, D is that girl. But anyway, let's get into it. So we see that her HOH plan starts to shift, and she's trying to make sure that the strategy that she had initially still sticks. Now, she mentioned on the last episode that Yash was the one that she really wanted out, but she said she really didn't care. You know what I'm saying? If it was Yash or Mallory, but we see your girl Mallory had pulled herself off the block last week. So we had our replacement nominee added to the bench. Okay. Now she spent all day. We talking about D, not the replacement nominee. We talking about D. She spent all day, y'all, trying to make sure that the house understood where she wanted them votes to go. She trying to shift everybody's thought process to get Yash out. But the conversations as they continue, she started to realize, okay, hold up. It might be bigger threats in here. So let me analyze this properly. D, I need you to get your survivor head in the game. Now, the way I'm looking at it, I do feel like she pretty much played this first week. She did pretty well. Like I said, I wouldn't have necessarily chosen Yash. I know she did that based off, she was like, okay, it's a person out of each group. But I do agree with what they were saying in the Red Corner Alliance. Like, you don't want to stir them people up because they helped you win the HOH. But we beyond that point. She has Yash on the block, so here we are with it. Now, I love that she was not an emotional player this week, and she was willing to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they would bring her information, she was willing to make the necessary moves and making the adjustments. So, D, like I said, we already know she's a strategy girl. She's one survivor. She's an excellent strategist. So I want to see more of that throughout this season. I really like D. Now, we got Ashley on the block, Taylor, and we got Yash, all facing eviction this week. And we see them, of course, continuing to campaign. Hey, if you know what I'm saying, keep me in the house, I'll be a great ally, all the things, all the stuff that they tell the people because they want to stay in, right? So everybody is campaigning. Now, Taylor focused on strengthening her personal relationships. She in there with the have-nots. She like, let me kind of focus in on the people that I can focus in on to help me stay here in the game. Now, we see that they start to compare notes and alliances begin to form quick. They was, okay, we're gonna link up. All right, me, you. Everybody is talking strategy. Everybody is trying to link up. And we see all these new alliances begin to form. And then we got Rome. Now, while most people are focused on the nominations, Rome is building relationships. Now, we already know he in the showmance, right? But he wanted to build this relationship called Mama's Angels. Now, okay. But anyway, this alliance has Jason in it. It has Latrice in it as well. And Ashley, she's of course on the block, so you really can't. We'll see. Now, how I looked at it, Rome is all over the place. Okay, Rome is all over the place. It's like he's just doing too much too soon. What y'all think? Y'all drop that in the comments and tell me what y'all think about how Rome is playing this game. Because now we move on to Angela, and we see that she starts to notice Rome spending time talking with different groups around the house. You know, Angela is very, that perception, baby. We looking left, right, up, down, in, out. We all over the place, making sure we can see what we see and hear what we hear. So she sees that he's talking, you know, doing the little chatter with all these different groups. Now, instead of her just, you know, brushing it off and being like, oh, maybe they're just chatting, she immediately starts to wonder whether people are organizing against her. Now, Angela got a little piece of, I won't call it paranoia, because like I say, you never know. If these people aren't talking to you and talking strategy to you, you can almost bet that they're talking about you, or strategy is being built against you at some point, right? So she brought those concerns to Kemu. And Kemu shared it with D. So now the conversation got D to begin thinking ahead next week instead of focusing on the eviction of this week. So now her mindset is already in, all right, next week. Listen, chess, not checkers. Chess, not checkers. Now, one thing that I liked about D is that she just wasn't focusing on tonight. Like I say, it's about thinking ahead. And that she has that advantage coming from Survivor, right? Because even in that game, you got to think ahead. You can't just necessarily think for the moment. So after she heard the concerns about Rome, you know what I'm saying, and his growing influence, she and Kemu became, you know what I'm saying, close and start discussing whether Rome should be the target for next week. What y'all think? I'm telling you, Rome. But anyway, this also made Dee start to rethink whether Ashley was the person that she should get out. Now, at this point, Dee, I know that you only did this based off the information that you have now. But see, if we sit, which I know she had to make a quick decision in that, right? Because Mallory took herself off of the block. But this is why it is important to really observe everything that you possibly can. And your alliances have to be strong enough, you know what I'm saying, where the people like Drew did. I'll give Drew his props. He did bring back information to Angela in reference to stuff that Jason was saying, right? And brought back the stuff to Devins as well. But you need people like that, right? That's in these other circles that is going to bring you back information. So, I mean, that is what Kemu did, brought her back the information. Now, meanwhile, the showmance continues. Lyric and Rome are still attached at the hip. And as we can see, every episode, they spending more and more time together, flirting, kissing, cuddling, canoodling, all of the things. Y'all painting a huge target. I said that in the last episode. Y'all are painting a huge target on your backs. Now we got Ashley, and her girl Ashley thinks she's safe. She felt like she was safe. Now, one thing, when Dee tried to, her and Dee talk, right? And so Ashley tries to reassure herself by talking to Dee. She talked to Drew. She talked to Angela. And it made her feel like, okay, I'm in a good position. I'm cool. I'm not the one that's going home. But not everybody intended to keep her around. Ashley, baby, listen. yeah, you talk to D, Drew, Angela, but that ain't all you need, right? I understand, yes, D is the one that put you on the block, but yeah, everybody didn't have the same thought process and intention that they had. Then we get to the BB Blockbuster competition. I don't know why I said it like that. And the winner is, drum roll, Yash. Yash saved himself and officially has come off the block, leaving Ashley and Taylor facing eviction. Now we see Julie gather everyone in the house one by one. Everybody put their votes in, and it was a 14-0 unanimous vote. And your girl Ashley became the first house guest evicted from Big Brother 28. Now, Ashley, she was shocked and didn't understand why the house turned against her. But really, that does show like how disconnected you were. You know what I'm saying? In the house. Like I said, it wasn't just about talking to those 3 individuals about keeping you and so on and so forth, babes. You really got a campaign all throughout the house, right? But then, we see the BB Big Brother time capsule twist before the ending episode. So Julie introduces this new twist. America will vote. Which house guest gets to compete in the BB time capsule? Well, they'll have the chance to win a power and possibly a punishment from a previous season. Now, I can't wait to see what this is. Are y'all voting? Who are y'all voting for? So on and so forth. My predictions. This is my predictions, y'all. So these games, like I said, I love me some D. But the fact that D has strong influence in the house, people pay attention to that. That can get you out. I hope that D is not put on the block next week. We won't know until we know who actually wins head of household next, for the next episode. Roman Lyric, y'all with this showmance, we just already know it's going to become a bigger target. Point blank, period. Angela. I'm proud of Angela. I'm proud of Angela thus far because we know if you've been watching, if you're a true fan, you've seen season 26 with Angela, how she blow up and all the things. I'm proud of her that she has not done that yet. And I'm hoping that the paranoia that she's feeling does not cause her to blow up. I want her to keep her cool. I really want people to think that they got Angela in their pocket. And I want her to boom. And then when she get them out, I want her to stand up and say, yeah, you thought you had me. But this whole time I was playing you. I knew what you did from the very beginning. So when she get Jason out, let it be Angela that get Jason. I mean, anybody can get him out. But I want the speech. I want the speech. Now, I can't wait till this time capsule episode come on. But Sunday. And we can see what's tea, what we're voting for, who gets what, so on and so forth. So listen, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what you thought about this episode from tonight. Did y'all feel that D had a successful HOH? What could she have done differently? Or is she on the right track? What do y'all feel about the showmans in here? Do y'all feel like they're next to go? Like, how do y'all see this playing out on Sunday? Of course, we don't know who the HOH is going to be just yet, but we can make some predictions. I want to hear y'all thoughts in the comments. So make sure you comment, like, and subscribe if you have not already done so. If you have, thank you so much. I love y'all. I'm going to call y'all my thinkers because what she thinks too, I want to know what you think. So yeah. Until next time, I love y'all. Bye.